Hey, what's going on, guys? Kalamazi here, and this evening's video is going to be a little different, but in a good way, than the videos I've been releasing over the past few months. I guess tonight's video is going to be a bit of a channel update video, and before everybody gets alarmed or asks what's going on, everything is fine, nothing's happening with the channel. I like to make a video like this once every 6 months to a year, just highlighting what's going on over the next upcoming months, year, and I guess just the plans for the channel heading into Dragonflight. I've been getting a lot of questions about, Evoker stuff, Warlock stuff, this, that, everything else, and I haven't put out a video in about a week. There's a good reason for that too. We'll get to that. So I'm going to highlight all that tonight, talk about some things here and there, and I guess just go from there. But I want to emphasize before we get too far in the video, which hopefully shouldn't be too long, that nothing bad has happened. Everything is good. There should be a lot of content coming down the line, probably tomorrow and going into next week as well. So yeah, with that being said, let's just jump into it. I guess starting off with the second YouTube channel, which once again, don't get alarmed, but watch ahead. It's pretty exciting. Alrighty, so I want to say off the bat, I am starting a second YouTube channel, but it's a clip slash short based channel. Nothing is changing on the main channel. Everything will be the same Warlock content, the same PvE content, the same WoW content, the same, Evoker content if it ever happens. We'll get to that in a little while here. But I wanted to make a channel based around like clips and shorts from stream. I wanted to do this for a while, actually. There are a lot of really cool clips from stream. I actually just searched Kalamazi Clips, which is the name of the channel. I'll have a link to it down below in the video description, in the comment section if you guys want to check it out. Sub to it if you want. That'd be awesome. A good kickstart to the actual channel. I just searched Kalamazi Clips, and like the top video is a clip from stream a few weeks ago of a pit lord being summoned. There's a double tyrant video here at 45k views. The more you scroll, there's just clips from stream that, I mean, realistically, I wanted to do this for a long time. There's a lot of really cool clips from stream, like pit lords being summoned, the dark lair pulling the entire zone, and I feel like it's an element that we don't really have on YouTube. YouTube is like a, hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to present this info. Here it is. Bang, bang, bang. I'm done. I'll see you next video. And I love making videos on YouTube, but stream is a bit of a different element. It's more laid back, casual. There's a lot of really cool content from stream that YouTube doesn't necessarily see. So I wanted to make this channel for honestly about a year now. Other people are doing it now as well, and I said I'm gonna jump in. So this channel should have a lot of really cool clips coming to it. Nothing up yet. I'm hoping to get some up tomorrow. Probably lining up with the release of probably the AF video for Warlock if I can get around to it. For beta, we'll get to that in a little bit here. But yeah, if you guys want to sub to it, check it out. Hey, feel free to do so. It's got 98 subs, I think, right now. I haven't even put a video up yet, but I'm really, really pumped for this channel. I am super excited for it. I have like 30 or 40 clips. Some are actually like from the vault in a sense, like meaning the pre-Twitch, like delete every VOD kind of, I guess, thing that happened a few years ago. I'm really excited for it. Some OG clips, some cool clips, some new clips, but I want to have a platform where I can get that content out to you guys, whether it's like, just funny things happening on stream, or like, hey, someone asked a question like, what's good in Dragonflight? Is it like Destro Demo AF? And I can give a quick summary, like a minute like that. Now, once again, nothing is changing at all when it comes to the actual main channel, but this is going to be more of a fun channel, a cool channel if you guys want to check it out. And yeah, we'll see where it goes long term. So second channel will be going up. It's already up technically now if you want to sub to it. Some videos and shorts going up probably within a couple of days. So let's get into the outline for the actual main channel. My general plan for the actual channel, at this point, I mean, I put out a lot of videos over the past few weeks talking about like the old AF, the specs are similar on alpha, I guess on beta now, because we've gone to beta at this point, but there's a lot of bugs with AF, with Destro, with Demo, so I've been like postponing the like spec overview videos for each spec at this point. However, this week alpha went to beta, and as cool as that is, it's really awesome to actually be able to play beta now. You have to level from 60 to 70. The max level template characters aren't really a thing anymore. I mean, they're not. So I've been leveling over the past week or so, trying to get to 68. 69 is the last spec point in the tree you can get, which is fine, but I'm 68 now. There's been a lot of issues with characters resetting, beta going down a bunch. It's beta, right? The unfortunate part is that there's been a bug going around with talent, which has either been breaking characters completely or resetting them over and over. Now, the reset thing is not a big deal, but I've had a couple of problems where I've made a character and I log in and I have negative 27 talents, which means that character is bricked and you have to restart. So I've gotten this character to level 68. I'm going to try and avoid resetting my talents multiple times, but the good thing is that, so I haven't made a video in about a week. The plan is to get the videos rolling out, AF overview, Destro overview, demo overview, not necessarily in that order, but looking at different builds for the specs, more single target, versions with like channel demon fire, the more left side of the tree, right side of the tree, breaking down different builds in different settings, looking at them in combat, talking about where they're good, where they're bad, and trying to give a full deep dive on each spec. I would assume that we get templates in a few weeks. I'm hoping that raid testing is a thing in Dragonflight. I believe it will be. Whenever that comes out, we'll have all that rolling. But for those who have been asking if content is going on, what's going on, the main thing is honestly, Alpha went to beta. There's no level 70 characters, and I can't even really run the new dungeon because that's level 70. So until people get leveled and they open up mythic zeros and things, we're in a bit of a weird holding pattern. But overall, I've gotten to the point where I can start making the actual spec overviews. So either tomorrow or the next day, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, we should have at least the first spec coming out into second, into third. I'm really pumped for this because they changed a lot of things with Destro, Demo, and AF. And while AF is still pretty bugged, a couple bugs here and there for Demo and Destro, I think they're in a good enough spot where we can look at Reign of Tyranny, look at the new talents for Destro and single target, and finally look at AF when it comes to AoE. Because I've heard that Soul Flame is fixed in AoE, sort of. Yeah. Now, to also build upon that, I will indeed... So, my current plan with Evoker is to cover them once again. They had a pretty large talent overhaul when it comes to Devastation, about a month ago, give or take, and they were actually given Bloodlust in the most recent version of Beta. The problem, once again, is that there are no level 70 template characters out there right now, so I'm going to wait and see if we get templates this week. I doubt we do, but if that's not the case, I will indeed start leveling an Evoker and putting time into talking about them again. I want to still play them. They're fun. I haven't decided 100% if we're going to cover them for the entire expansion. It sort of depends on a couple things, which you're waiting to hear back on. But either way, I like the class a lot. So the Evoker content is not stopping. Just Warlock sort of came out, and then we had a decently large talent change / overhaul to Warlock, and at the same time, Evoker got some more talents, but, I mean, Warlock literally came out. It's sort of in an odd spot, because Evoker was played for a large portion of Alpha by basically everybody. Well, for a little bit, the first few weeks. And then everyone's, respective class came out, whether you're a Warlock or a Priest, well, maybe not a Priest, a Hunter, a Warlock, a Mage, a Shaman, and everybody left Evoker behind. But the actual DPS changes they got to their talents, it's really cool. It's led to a couple interesting builds, some cool changes. Plus, they have Bloodlust now. Their utility wasn't that bad before, but they literally have Bloodlust or Heroism, whatever you want to call it. So the Evoker content will be returning. At this current point in time, that is the plan. I'm just waiting to sort of get caught up on Warlock, which should be a thing this week, and then we will resume Evoker-based content for those who have been asking. All right, so the third and final part of the video, the website and the Warlock spreadsheet. So the current plan for the website is to have it updated for Dragonflight release. I'm not planning on updating it. I mean, if you haven't learned that at this point, for Season 4, it would take a lot of work updating it for S4, all the raids, having to put bosses in for every single raid with them all rotating once a week, all new dungeons, all that kind of stuff. It's just a lot of work. I don't know why it's like this, actually. It's a lot of work for... I don't want to say very little gain, but basically any information on that is either covered in the spreadsheet or realistically just on YouTube. So the website will indeed be updated for Dragonflight. If we do cover Evoker long-term going into Dragonflight, it will also be updated for that. If we decide not to, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But the website will be updated for Dragonflight, just 9.2 and S4. I would assume we're in pre-patch probably within 2 months. So at this point, it would be a tremendous undertaking and probably just not worth it overall when I can be putting out videos on Evoker, on different Warlock specs, raid testing, running dungeons, all that. I would assume beta ramps up a lot over the next few weeks with Mythic Plus coming out, PvP, raid testing. There's also tier gear in the raid, this first raid, which has not been a thing in a very long time, which is a great transition to the actual Warlock spreadsheet. So I will indeed, I put it in dark mode to not flashbang everybody, I will indeed also be making a Warlock Dragonflight beta spreadsheet, most likely starting up this coming week. Now, for those who don't know what it is, I've made a spreadsheet basically every beta cycle, every patch, covering raid bosses and covering class things as well, right? So we'll have raid testing, I would assume, for the first raid coming up. So there'll be a section covering raid bosses, as well as gearing, talent trees. Okay, flashbang warning, I gotta turn this off. Covering gearing, talent trees, and with the large shift in talent trees for Warlocks and Dragonflight, every class, there will be a lot of different builds. We'll discuss it in the spreadsheet. Look at gearing, look at tier gear, have sims, all that implemented when they actually become a thing. I guess build BIS builds or BIS assume builds, this and that. It'll cover basically everything Warlock that you need to know, just how the previous sheets have been. My goal is to have this up probably at the starting to work on it at some point this week, and maybe have a rough outline up for it at the end of this coming week, maybe going into early next week, depending on how beta goes, if there's an update to Warlocks and things like that. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to make an Evoker spreadsheet. That depends a bit on a few things and other things coming down the line, but the Warlock spreadsheet will indeed be happening. It's typically been a tier, well, it will be this tier as well, this expansion, however, at least. A thing on Patreon, the tier 3 Felgar rank my Patreon or higher does get early access to it. It typically goes public, I don't know, a week or so before the actual expansion launch. That will indeed be the case, but if you, want to support on Patreon, the tier 3 Felgar rank or higher does indeed get early access to that. So the spreadsheet will be coming back. The website also will be getting updated. Yeah, a lot going on, and a lot's going to be happening for stream over the next few weeks, and YouTube as well. There's also one really cool thing happening that I can't talk about yet, but hopefully we can relatively soon on stream. I'll mention it here as well when I can. I'm pretty excited for it. The future's pretty bright, and there's some weird rhyme in there, Dragonflight. Bright, Dragonflight. Yeah, let's just say I'm excited for the next few months. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video wasn't too long. I don't think it actually is. I like to make a video sort of similar to this, basically once every 6 months, maybe a year, heading into like a large content release coming up. And I would assume that we're in Dragonflight pre-patch probably within 2 months. PTR went down last week, the same time Alpha did, when Alpha went to beta, and it hasn't come back up. There's a rumor floating around on Twitter and things, which is public, that PTR is down because they're going to maybe be implementing pre-patch on beta or on PTR. Good lord, so everybody can play their specs ahead of time if you don't have access to beta and things. Hopefully, beta keys are a thing coming up in the near future as well. We can go from there. But yeah, I wanted to give a brief breakdown just what's going on with the second channel. Once again, nothing is changing with the main channel. You'll be getting the same content here. A lot coming up over the next few weeks. Nothing is changing there. The second channel is more based around shorts and clips and things. If you want to sub to it, check it out. That'd be awesome, but either way, nothing is changing here. I want to clarify that. That's a big question. It's been asked a lot. Number two, I guess the Evoker content should indeed be continuing as the current plan. We have a lot of Warlock stuff coming out too with AF, Demo, Destro overviews. Based on maybe some changes this week if we get some alterations to the class tree. And at the same time, the website will indeed be updated for Dragonflight as well as the Warlock beta spreadsheet going live. Hopefully, at least well, in the next week and a half or so. And once again, the tier 3 Felgar rank of Patreon does indeed get early access to that. With that being said, I also want to give one huge shout out to my patrons for all the support. Thank you guys for all the support on Patreon a million times. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, hopefully this video helps summarize, I guess, what's going on over the next few weeks and just months for you guys. There's a lot happening heading into Dragonflight. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, one big thing happening as well for the stream, for YouTube, for Twitch that I can't talk about yet, but when I can, well, you guys will be the first to know. I guess stream will be, and you guys will be too. But I'm very excited. And I also want to thank you guys briefly for all the support over Alpha Beta and just honestly, in general, the past few years, honestly. I never thought my channel would have 50,000 subs. I thought I'd maybe break 5K, 6K, and that'd be fun. You guys are incredible. I really appreciate it. So thank you for all the support, guys, a million times. Hopefully the video wasn't too long and too rambly. And if you didn't like it, well, the Warlock content will be coming out again soon. So with all that being said, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you all again soon on stream. Peace.